It may come as a surprise that in the minds of both clergy and laity, crusading was deeply tied to the ideal of Christian love. Since love is considered one of the most fundamental of Christian virtues, ethics of war and violence have always been, and will continue to be, seen in light of what true love is. In his groundbreaking 1980 article, Crusading as an Act of Love, in the journal History, Jonathan Riley Smith noted that the pious idealism that motivated the preachers and crusaders included both love for God and love for neighbor. When Urban II preached the first crusade in the Italian city of Bologna, he observed that the crusaders committed their property and their persons out of love of God and their neighbor. The great Saint Bernard of Clairvaux, honored throughout the different traditions of Western Christianity, responded to the Muslim victories of the 1140s by asking, "If we harden our hearts and pay little attention, where is our love for God? Where is our love for our neighbor?" Many of the Crusaders honestly believed that they were following the command of Christ literally when he said to take up the cross and follow me, as found in the Gospels. Urban II is also said to have preached on Matthew 10:37 and 19:29 at the Council of Clermont, in which Christ says that those who love their families more than him are not worthy, and those who left family and land for his sake would receive 100-fold in return. This preaching by Urban seems to have caused an outpouring of fervent devotion. As an anonymous poet says, "You who love with true love, awake, do not sleep. The lark brings us day, and tells us in this hideaway that the day of peace has come, that God, by his very great kindness, will give to those who for love of him take the cross, and, on account of what they do, suffer pain night and day, so that he will see who truly loves him." It is also important to realize that for both the lords and commoners of the medieval era, the bond between vassals and lords was so close, so emotional, and so honorable that proponents of courtly love often borrowed feudal terminology to describe the ideal lover. Because Christ was considered the ultimate Lord of Lords and King of Kings, Christians felt duty-bound to reclaim what was rightfully Christ's earthly domain. Innocent III sums up this belief well when he says, "Consider, most dear sons, consider carefully, that if any temporal king was thrown out of his domain and perhaps captured, would he not, when he was restored to his pristine liberty, and the time had come for dispensing justice, look on his vassals as unfaithful and traitors against the crown, and guilty of injured majesty, unless they had committed not only their property, but also their persons to the task of freeing him? And similarly would not Jesus Christ, the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, whose servant you cannot deny being, who joined your soul to your body, who redeemed you with his precious blood, who conceded to you the kingdom, who enables you to live and move and gave you all the good things you have, condemn you for the vice of ingratitude, and, as it were, the crime of infidelity, if you neglect to help him?